have never seen a big man with his talent in all the years I've been covering high school sports.
Cody's a left-hand, old school, like, bruiser.
Remy is, it's funny, I just consider Remy like a high-end automobile.
Marvin is undoubtedly the best player in high school basketball, in my opinion.
Oh, without a doubt, he is considered the most talented prospects at any age level in California, whether that's a senior, junior, sophomore, or freshman.
Here's a guy who can give you 20 and 10 in his sleep. You don't see too many guys like that at his size.
I've been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I'm from Tempe, Arizona. Lived there pretty much my whole life. We moved around. We moved around a lot. Growing up, going to different schools, middle schools, and I've been in different cities in Arizona, and I'm proud to say I'm from Arizona.
They wanted to come to Southern California. His grandfather is one of the greatest players ever from Southern California. Joe Caldwell made the NBA from Fremont High many years ago. So they had some connections here.
I got the scoop about it, actually, that he was coming, and I had to immediately ask a few of my colleagues. I said, hey, I've heard of Marvin Bagley, but just let me know, like, how big a deal is this? He said, it's a big deal.
He's naturally gifted, but he also works on his craft. We're in here doing handles, we're in here doing, pivots and things like that.
Hey, can't do nothing with that sweet dude. Huh? Can't do nothing with that. You already over my body. Good job. One more time, though.
I trained all those guys, Cody Riley, and then basically the whole Sierra Kane staff, and now the Bagleys, Remy Martin, so just a few guys out of Sierra Kane. The chemistry been there since they were probably in 7th grade. And then you add somebody like Marvin, who's unselfish. He's a superstar, so for him to come in there and be one of the most unselfish guys I know, really made that transition easy.
Let's go, run out.
I never lived in another state, so my first couple of weeks here, it was just like, I was still trying to figure it out. I was shocked, kind of like it was weird for me. I had to make new friends. I didn't know a lot of people coming into the school. I still go back to Arizona every now and then, but it just feels like home too as well. So I'm very comfortable here now.
Like 6th, 7th grade, I played Marvin. I remembered him, and he remembered me. And when he came to the school and he toured, like the chemistry part, it wasn't that hard again because we both want to win. We both want to do whatever it takes to win. And he just made the game so much easier because everybody is looking at him and Cody. So that leaves, the small guys, there to hit open shots and, make the game easier than it already was.
90% of the schools in California and a lot of the schools in the country, Terrence McBride and Adam Seiko would be superstars.
So Adam Seiko plays defense on anybody in the country. He plays hard. He's not afraid to go after loose balls. And he's a reliable shooter. Terrence McBride, another glue guy who I enjoy watching him play because you look and you see him play and he's just out there, quiet, unassuming, but he'll give you a big three. He'll find a way to get a driving layup. You'll look up in the stat sheet and he's got double-figure scoring. He's a player that I think would be an asset to any team. Sierra Kane at their best, they were the high-flying dunk show at times. I mean, like I said, Remy can get up off 2 feet and dunk at his size. Marvin can give you a dunk on somebody that's just incredible because of his size, his leaping ability, and his explosiveness. Cody can give you a dunk off an inbounds pass or a dunk through the lane on somebody.
Cody, if he dunks on you, you're probably hurt because he's big and his body to body, that's something you don't want to be a part of.
We were down by like 20, 30, so I was just kind of pissed. And I happened to dunk it so hard that the glass shattered. I bring scoring, rebounding, leadership. I feel like those are the 3 biggest things I bring to the team.
As a point guard, you want to play with guys that are like Cody. He's unselfish. He doesn't care if anybody, scores more than him. He just wants to do what's best for the team. And you can't really find guys like that nowadays. And that was very special for me as a player to be able to play with him. So playing with him was probably one of the best experiences that I've ever, had in basketball. And, also meeting him was probably one of the best things and became a best friend to me. So it was great.
Going into the season, I thought we had a good chance of winning every game. Our schedule was probably the best in the country.
We know what the real deal is. We know that at the end of the day, we're trying to win, and winning takes care of everything, so that we just try to leave that alone.
There were 4 big men in this game that were going to be playing college in the next 2 years.
To have Sharif O'Neal and Ira Lee on one side, and Ira Lee used to go to Sierra Canyon, it was a game that everybody wanted to see.
Throw in the fact that it's the Gold Coast League championship game.
The energy was crazy because it was senior night as well. My family was there, the student section came out. That game was kind of crazy. It was one of our best home games ever.
All that going on, this game was going to be pretty exciting.
It was an outlet, and they threw it to Marvin, and he just, the dude for some reason jumps with Marvin, and it's over. And then the next play, Cody dunks on the same dude. He jumped twice, I didn't understand it. Those 2 dunks set the building on fire for sure.
I just came out in attack mode from the jump ball. Just attack. Take whatever the defense gives you. So when they give you the jumper, you can take it. You driving, handling the ball, seeing the floor, finding your teammates, just everything. Everybody had energy. The students came out, supported. Everybody was on 100. So it's just everybody that gave us energy to go out and play.
Ira came in, had a couple of plays. There was one play where he and Cody Riley got in the air. It was a hard foul. The crowd kind of got into it. They were upset. They showed how intense the game was.
We went 40-0 in league for our 4 years here, and that's a great milestone to accomplish.
Undefeated in league 4 years in a row. Undefeated in league 4 years in a row.
From middle school on, that was their goal. They wanted to protect home floor, they wanted to protect league. They wanted to go across the country and rattle some people up.
But then the next day, we just had bigger things. We were just worried about the ultimate goal was to win a state championship. And we had a game after that we just had to bounce back for.
Heritage Christian isn't far from here. So they come in and they know us and they've been seeing us for a while. They feel like they have a team that can compete with us, and they came in here and they competed.
They had no pressure. They could just play, and when teams do that, I think they play better.
Marvin had a great first 3 quarters. He was fantastic.
I don't have anything I want to do right away. We watch film and all that, but I just see the game as soon as it starts and what they're doing, what they're giving me, and I just take it.
Marvin Bagley for 3 and the foul.
Then they start trying to trap Marvin and double him, and then Cody broke out, which is the danger of having Marvin and Cody. And Cody had probably his best game of the season. Spin moves, hard dribbles. He was really motivated not to lose that game.
That first game, just nothing was going my way. I try to stay positive. You're gonna have those days when you play this game so much. We came out with the win, and that's all that matters.
An exciting play
since I didn't play so well in the first game, the second game was my chance to redeem myself. Like every team, they were, sagging off Cody and Marvin, and it was just easier for me to get to the basket. And that's really why I got all my points, is that every time I drove, they wouldn't help on me. In that third quarter, I think that, nobody could stop me. I think that, I'm the best player on the court.
They needed to shot the ball really well. They shot the lights out on it. That was one of the biggest questions with them all year, was defensively, could they play these teams and lock them down? Teams really just played their best games against them. And I think Sierra Kane, they were kind of like, okay, we have to raise our game a little bit more. It took Sierra Kane a while to finally be like, okay, we're going to shut them down. And finally did in the fourth quarter, and you're just thinking, okay, it's going to be really interesting when they play Bishop Montgomery, because Bishop's got the talent, they have the discipline, and it could be a really troubling game for them. If you survive the Open Division, you're a top 10, maybe top 5 team in the nation.
That crowd got there early because it's Chino Hills, it's Mater Dei, it's Sierra Canyon, it's Bishop Montgomery. Those are literally the best teams. You never get that. Like, that's the Dix National Championship.
You see the movies and stuff like that, but then you realize you're in it. You know what I mean? As far as in like, the selling out the Galen Center, like, that was a high school, that was a college gym. We like damn near sold everything out.
The front row seats sold out in less than 5 minutes. Then on Craigslist, people were actually trying to sell the front row seats for hundreds of dollars. Everybody knew from the first game to the last game that they were all going to play each other, and we were going to have one survivor.
Bishop Montgomery, you look at that team, all 5 starters came back. Ethan Thompson probably is going to be the Cal High Sports Mr. Basketball of the Year. Very talented young man.
They come out with a completely different game plan.
I try to go inside and start from the inside, but they trapped, they brought double teams, triple teams. So that was hard for me to adjust to.
What I was telling the guys is that just don't panic. Just stay composed, stay with it.
Marvin caught fire. Brought us back from about 18 down. And he looked like the best player in the country.
But they just couldn't miss. They had open threes with us on them, and they made them. It was just that night for them.
I think that we spent so much time trying to get back that at the end we didn't have that much fuel left.
It took a lot out of us. And Bishop had another blow in him. A couple lucky shots went in.
I hoped he missed because it was a double clutch, but when I saw it go in, it was just like, it was just their night.
I give Bishop Montgomery credit. They played very well. They're very well coached. They hit shots, and that really what it came down to, is that they hit shots and we didn't.
They're a great team, and the game just didn't go our way.
I was kind of just in shock. And the thing that gets me is not losing, but kind of just how I felt like I let my teammates down, how I let, the head of the school down, how I let all these people that believed in us down. To me, it was more than losing the game. And, that kind of hit right after the game in the locker room. And it was a tough feeling to deal with.
Bishop Montgomery is a great team. They went on to win the championship. They beat 5 nationally ranked teams. So the fact that Sierra Canyon lost to them, in retrospect, it wasn't necessarily an upset, and it wasn't a bad loss.
When I go into my college career, you know, at UCLA, I feel like it'll still have a fire in me that I don't like losing.
I've seen him since his freshman year. He was a man as a freshman. He's a man-child as a senior. With Remy Martin, just a very good point guard. He's very quick and fast. He's going to Arizona State.
You know, these people that, you know, took me in, allowed me to go to Sierra Canyon, the coaching staff, just everything that, you know, got me to where I'm at. Just try to sit back and thank these people.
Marvin, crazy enough, has another year of high school. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he needs it, but he has another year of high school. So there'll be a lot of double teams and triple teams coming after Marvin.
You know, my dad, ever since I was younger, he's been telling me this analogy about a cup. Every day, you got to do something to fill your cup up, whether it's stretching, watching film, shooting free throws, hard workout, ball handling. You got to do something every day to fill that cup up.
It will be interesting this coming year to see how Marvin Bagley's brother Marcus develops, because you saw at times that he had this really good potential. He has a very good shot. You're talking about a year's time, he will be stronger, he will be taller, he will be more confident. So yeah, instead of the Ball brothers, you might have the Bagley brothers being the stars in SoCal this coming year.
Honestly, people can say what they want about, you know, everybody's gonna have an opinion, you know, but we're coming, we're working. I can tell you that we're working hard when we're coming for everything. I want to be the best player to ever play the game. I mean that in the most humble way possible, and not just be cocky about it, but you know, that's the reason why I play.
Here we go.
You know, it hasn't really sunk in yet to where, oh man, everything's over. Nah, because you have to close a chapter to start a new one.